In this video, I will explain assessment test question 1's answer. The question is, what is the result of executing the following application? I already copied this program into Eclipse, so let's examine what this program is doing. In the main function, the main thread first create a cyclic barrier with limit 3, and the break action takes no parameter and it print out a pass. In the next line, the executor service a service is created by call the executor's static factory method, and we get a service with thread pool size 3. In these lines, we submitted totally 7 callable into the executor service. Iterate create a stream of number of integer 1, and the limit 7 takes the first 7 elements from the stream. The for each function in the for each function, for each element, a new callable is submitted to the service. And this is how the callable's core function is implemented. It takes no parameter and it's called await function. And inside the await function, what we do is we call the cyclic barriers await function. And finally, we shut down the service. In this program, we totally submitted 7 callable, and the thread pool size is 3. Finally, the cyclic barrier have a limit 3. So let's run the program. The output is it print pass twice, then finally hanging there. So what happening is we submitted 7 callable. The first 3 callable are scheduled by the executor service to run by threads. The 3 threads call the await. So the barrier is broken once and the path is printed out. And once at that point we have 4 callable in the executor. So 3 of them are picked for running with threads. Those 3 threads call the await of the cyclic barrier and break the barrier twice, and we see another printout. There is only 1 callable left in the executor. At that point, it is submitted to running by a thread, and the cyclic barrier's await is again called. Since only 1 thread called this method, we need another 2 threads call the await in order to break the barrier, but in the executors there is no more callable to schedule. So at that point, the cyclic barrier never broken, and we have a threads blocked by the cyclic barrier which cannot exit. As a result, the JVM saw a non-daemon thread hanging there and cannot exit, and the program hangs. So let's take a look at this program further by put some breakpoint. I put a breakpoint at the main thread and I put a breakpoint at this line, so each new thread will be suspended at this line. And let's run this program with a debugger. Okay, let me run it. And so the main thread is hanging here. Let's see how many threads are around. We have 3 threads around. Okay. And for each thread, they are suspended at await. And the next on the stack, they are created in the for each. Okay, it's created by the lambda function. And let's go back, check the state variable of this main thread. The executor service, let's see, the pool size is 3. That's why we see totally 3 threads, maximum 3 threads concurrently running. And how about the other 4 callable? They are sitting in the work queue. You see the size is 4. If we check this queue, there are 4 callables waiting to be scheduled to running by threads. Okay, there are totally 4 callables in the queue. And okay, so we have examined the service. Let's check the cyclic barrier. It have count 3 because nobody called await yet. Okay, I say yet because I'm about to have this thread call the await. Let me run it to finish. Okay, so this thread now cannot make progress because it's way down the cyclic barrier. Let's check the cyclic barrier. Okay, the count is 2 because this thread just called the await. Let me go to this thread. Let it run to finish. Okay, at this point it cannot make progress because it's blocked on the cyclic barrier. If we check the barrier count, it's 1. Okay, this one is the last thread. Okay, we have 1, 2. This thread, main thread, this third thread is only one can make progress because it haven't called the CB wait yet. And let's run it to finish. Okay, and at that point we see a pass print out, and we get another 3 threads up running and suspended at this line. And if we go to check the main thread, we check the service. It's a core pool size 3, and let's check what's in the queue. The queue size is 1. Okay, that means it get 3 callable from the queue and scheduled them for running with threads. That's why we see 3 new threads suspended on this line, and we see only 1 callable in the queue. If we check the main thread, the cyclic barrier, it is reset to 3. Previously it's 1. Okay, and again, let's run those threads to finish. Okay, now this one cannot make progress. It's waiting on the cyclic barrier. Let you run to finish. Okay, and if we check cyclic barrier, it's count equal 1. So if I run through this line, it will break the cyclic barrier, and we will see a pass. Okay, let's run it. Okay, now we get Let's go back to the check the main thread. You call the pass. Okay, that's the main thread. Let's check the service. The work queue. It's empty now. Okay, it is empty now. If we check the cyclic barrier, again it's reset to 3. And at this point, the main thread, those 2 threads, cannot make progress. As the main thread, it is about to call shutdown, and we can call the shutdown, make it step through. Okay, and so those 2 finished threads are cleaned out. And but if we check the service, we still have them. This thread didn't exit because call the service shutdown won't stop the existing running thread. It also won't throw anything away from the work queue. And even though we call the shutdown, so whatever already in the work queue will still be scheduled for running. The last thread, let me run it to finish. Okay, let's run to finish, and let's check the cyclic barrier. It's count equal 2, and this one cannot make any progress because it's waiting on cyclic barrier, and at this point nothing. The main thread, we can run it to finish, and the remaining thread cannot make progress, and so nothing can run. And the JVM see a non-daemon thread around, it cannot exit, and we are hanging with two paths printed out. After two paths printed out, it's hanging. So that's exactly what happened for this program. Okay, so if we go back to the question, the answer is B and H. It print out path twice, and it compiles but waits forever at runtime. Thanks for listening. See you next time.